Hi guys, time for more research of Niadra. Now, this time I was playing on Dead of Night, and last video I made when I defeated Imensk pretty easily. I didn't even use the creepy forge, and although it's a proto structure, it actually has upgrades for Zerg units. So you have 5 of these, each cost some money, and 300 of the biomass. I don't know, by the way, why in replace it's always shown as uranium core and not the biomass, but okay, never mind. And also, like when you can research them all, but you can only use one at a time, and swapping activated upgrade has a cooldown of 40 seconds. I thought it was less, like 15 seconds, but okay. So this time I'm using Storm, Sonic Storm. So whenever units attack, it has a chance to cast a storm upon the target, and this chance is actually pretty high, so it will be a lot of storms, as you will see. But let me tell you about the other stuff. So we have a Guardian Shell. All Zerg forces become immune for a short time and restore 15% life upon taking fatal damage. Only occur one time per 240 seconds. So this is the, like Artanis' Guardian Shell, always useful. Although Artanis' Guardian Shell provide it's map wide. I mean, for allies units too. This is only for Zerg forces, and yeah, okay, it can always be useful. Chrono boost too. Zerg forces operate 15% faster. Can use it to initiate a chrono boost. Further chrono boost, additionally operating 45% faster in for 5 seconds. And yeah, actually for 5 seconds, not after the 5 seconds activation, but it lasts 5 seconds. Enables all Zerg forces to become air units and target air units, so they can, that's a permanent, I mean permanent until you reverse it. So this thing sounds fancy, but I mean, if you need Zerglings to fight air units, you might use it. But otherwise, it's kind of, it has downsides, like exposing Niadra, so if she's the only thing left on the ground, she can die easier, and like usually your Hydras will do good against air units, so you don't need this much. I see this most useful in traversing, like for example on Rifts to Korhal, if you want to avoid the forward bases. Then you can like deep tunnel Niadra and fly other forces in, or something like this. This is I think the most useful in these scenarios. And you also have a cloaking field, make all the forces become permanently cloaked, and use it to become super cloaked and immune to damage for 5 seconds duration. So this is with a cooldown, I think 1 minute. So this also can be useful in some situations. Okay, so this time I also used some monoliths. Let's start this. Some monoliths you can build 5 at maximum, because you have only 5 probes and you need a forge for them. So yeah, you probe suicide by building. And this thing, it says it has beam of shoe and damage 30, range 15, pretty good. Weapon speed 1, so 30 DPS, and also have this source core. Knocks back all nearby enemies for 80 damage and restores all shields for filthy money nearby. I think it's range 8, 9, I don't know. It's a close range. And this is, I think, an autocast. When it gets attacked, now you can use it manually. Is it an autocast? I'm not sure. But the thing is that the tooltip here are bugged, so I cannot see the additional thing, and it has some additional thing because this is clearly not. Let's see, this might be in the range, but this is clearly not 15 range. This is more. Look at this. Okay, so maybe they kind of connect. You know, if the one is in range, then the other one kind of becomes 2, because this is, I don't think this is 15 range. This should be more, Like look at this, and and you'll see even more range. Okay, so I have all armies on hold position. I also am using infestors here. Infestor has this ability called Hard Devourer, stretch a tentacle to target unit, applying 4 stacks of parasite effect and dealing damage equal to the stacks on the target unit every 3 seconds. The Plague Bringer cannot take any other action while channeling. We also have Corrosive Parasite. Add Corrupted debuff for 10 seconds. Unit with Corrupted debuff will gain 2 stacks of Parasite every second. Inflicting Parasite on the target unit for the first time will grant biomass 2 times of the target supply. Okay. Also Corpse Explosion. And this Neural Parasite. The corrupted effects from Plague Bringer will be controlled by a Niadra for the remaining duration of its stack of Parasite. Its stack of Parasite is above 40. Okay. Yeah, also some behavioral things, behavioral disorders, or actually I think the behavioral disorders as the same thing. Also deal damage to nearby units. Okay, so this is kind of really good defense. Okay, I think adding the final things now, or I think I added everything. So now we have multiple stacks because it's night 5. I didn't wanna show the whole game because it's a long replay. So I have tumors over here. Tumors are also really good for the when HP is above 50% will taunt and a nearby enemy taunt. I think you make them attack the tumor. That's what I mean by taunting them. And for 4 seconds every 7 seconds, and when HP is below 50%, its armor is increased by 4. And when Blooded Crawler is attacked, there is a 15% chance to infect the attacker with a parasite. Okay, so it's good to have them around, and they also spread creep. And these guys are very useful, as you will see now. Now, spine crawlers, 400, so they are stronger than normal spine crawlers. 400 health, they deal 35 damage, weapon speed 1.6, range 7, armor 2, okay. And when the spine crawler attacks, it will infect the target with 1 parasite and immobilize the target for 2 seconds. So when targets have parasite, they will drop double the biomass. So this is good having parasite. But you see that now this tank will stop because it's stunned, and it will continue to be stunned. And you can see how these things die. Now, for briefly, its health restores to full. I think this is also due to some kind of parasitical thing over here, but then it dies. And then it just plummets and dies. So, and Hunterlings even gets stunned in the air. So this is pretty good. So these spines are essential part of the defense in this kind of situations, actually. But you can see now this tank. So you see this is behavioral disorder. Then it actually can parasite, and then when stacks I think rise above. The thing is, you cannot see how many stacks of parasite it has. 3, is it 30? I think the number shows like tens, so I'm not sure here, but it's I think when it has over 30 stacks of parasite, then it can like run around in fear like this one does, like this, and dies pretty fast. So these storms kind of look fancy, and they but I'm pretty sure they don't even. I'm not actually sure. It does stuck because on Oblivion Express I once like a lot of Hydras, a lot of storms, but it didn't kind of speed up a lot the train death. So I think that is actually what makes these tanks die so fast is that I have everything. So I think this biological slaughter is what actually makes deal a lot of damage, because now I have all the things over here, and I think this is actually more important than these things, than storm. So I think that I did the right thing that when I thought I make some people in the comments were like, okay, you didn't get everything. Yeah, okay, I didn't get everything, but the prioritizing these things in this kind of mutation, these things in this kind of mutations is I think more important than spending your biomass on these upgrades because these behavioral disorders. Okay, the green thing is actually for more effective spreading of the parasite effect, and this is then when it takes effect like behavioral disorders. They kind of run around in fear. They you can even get control of them briefly, and similar stuff. And well, like simplified explanation, and biological slaughter is for them more for like receiving more damage, and this is like maybe Storm adds to this, but thing is that Storm definitely helps against small units. But you will see now multiple Stanks coming. Okay, now Stank is, look at this, boom, it dies. So when its parasite effect gains like over like 30 or 50, I'm not sure how many, you can read which of all of these does, because it has like 6 to 8 I think each of them. So things that you can research over here. And look at this, this is shooting at like, this is definitely not 15 range, and not a chance, but it still fires there. Okay, this one fire at the other side. Stanks now goes away, and still, look at this, it still shoots at the Stanks, so no matter how far it goes, they still shoot at it, dealing kinda 30 damage, and Stanks still runs away. So, yeah. These things are very potent. Okay, now it increases the damage after some time. As I said, for these ones, you see that tooltips always say what the things do, but for these monoliths it's bugged. So and monoliths, by the way, are also detectors. Okay, 7 Temple is pretty good thing that it has several attacks. Abyssal Consume. So eats stuff. Okay, this consumption's dealing a lot of damage. And Gazing Beam for ground and air. Parasitic Tentacles. And also spawns these Dragoons that kind of have a normal attack and suicide attack. Okay, what's the suicide attack? Parasitic Wreckage will pounce on nearby units upon that, okay, dealing 60 and 90 versus structure damage to the area, so it's a splash damage. This is pretty good. Okay. Eating this thing up. Mothership Wreckage. Mothership becomes a huge monster, Plurto Slime, but it costs 200 energy, unlike the parasitic beast that requires no orbital wreckage, also 25, so you wanna be careful where to use it to actually gain more value than you spend on it. Okay, this was probably not the case, because I know. Okay, maybe it does, but now I have a huge amount of I have nothing to spend it on anymore. So because I maxed on upgrades, I maxed on pretty much everything. Okay, now this Orsadon chief is fighting these guys. Now its cooldown is every time you use it is increased by 60 seconds. So its frequency of usage of it decreases, but it gets stronger by eating units. It adds eaten units health to itself, but when you summon it next time, it will only be half of the effect remaining. But the thing is, it's always kind of prioritize eating smaller units. it its units. It can be stunned by hunterlings, and even then it can eat. So even when stunned, it can still eat. It's kind of more almost like a passive thing, like devouring stuff, and devours units every 8 seconds. And it's you cannot control what it will eat. Okay, so let me speed this up a little bit to have more stanks to show you how really OP this is. Okay, night 6. Now it will be a really lot of stanks. Basically on all sides. Okay, this actually covers both of these sides. I have guys here and guys here, and I'm actually just on hold position now. I of course could end up a game like a lot sooner, like third day or something, but I didn't want because I wanted to see how much damage this will do when I have everything, and now I really have like everything in this storm. Okay, storm definitely helped. But first time I thought that Storm actually do this thing until I played some other games and realized that it is actually para these things that help like these 6000 HP Stanks to die so fast. Okay, let me slow it down. Storms. Okay, I don't know if storms help inflicting parasite. I think not. I think it's just these auto attacks by hydras. So yeah, when yeah, one time parasite to enemy air units on attack and will bounce to a random nearby enemy unit and add parasite. Weapon reached by 4 while a parasite enemy is nearby, and the chance to adding one-time parasite effect to the target enemy unit on attack. So that's it actually. Well, and the Hydras have very weapon speed 0.61, so they fire very fast. They have a pretty high DPS, as you can see, damage 11 versus light 14. So this is pretty good. They're maxed 3-3. Okay, this time I use the shields and make additional attacks while attacking parasited enemy units. So this is also what adds to DPS. Inflicting parasitic target for the first time will grant biomass 2 times of the target supply. Okay, yeah, this is this basic parasite effect. So and with this what's it called? Biological slaughter. Now that stank will die. It would be good if it would show how actually much parasitic effect. Okay, so and this is also one of the behavioral disorders. Look at the attributes: light, armored, biological, mechanical, psionic, massive, heroic. Usually it's just on top of being map boss. The stank is biological. Obviously, it's armored. It's I don't think it's mechanical. It's armored, biological, and massive, and also heroic. But it's definitely not psionic, mechanical, or light. So these attributes are added to be able to harvest more effects from this parasite effect, and that's also why this tank dies so fast. Okay, so this time I think when you add I don't know 50 or 100 biomass stacks, now you actually get control. There's also one of these behavioral disorders, allowing control of this tank briefly, but now when it goes away and it's not fired upon, the effect diminishes. Like the parasite stacks are lowering, and now it will become hostile again. Okay, it still has these attributes. So yeah, this is the thing. So strong mutations I definitely recommend you to use to prioritize these things over here. I will be making more videos about this. Okay, I want to show you just something about this parasited beast later. Yeah, look at this now. Look at the range of these things. Like when they catch it. Okay, now they. Yeah, now the stank is actually dead. So that's why. But that's definitely not 15 range. I would like them to fix these tooltips to actually be able to see what it does. Because it's not just a replay normal game. I wasn't able to read what this thing does. Okay, now this is 6-9. Yeah, but look at this. This is really important to stun. And then now with these things attacking, it attacks. So it even has attack on map bosses and like stunning for 2 seconds. So and the attack speed is like 1.6. So even just with one of these things, I think this tank would be permanently stunned. So it's just a sitting duck over here until it dies few seconds later. So that's it. So the effect is that you have the defense like this, nothing actually even deals damage to my unit, so I'm not losing any supply despite all things that coming my way, including multiple stanks over here. Look at this now, day 7 now. Even the daytime stanks keep spawning for some time, and like they die once they get like 100 parasite or so. Then they die really, really fast. Okay, so that's it. These guys got stunned before. Okay, and they still have units inside. I think this night I will actually finish it. I'm not sure. But okay, let's speed this up. So I'm just I'm just using top bars to actually kill the remaining stuff here, because I want to observe their behavior too. Simon Temple also explodes upon timing out. Okay, now I'm using the bear. Okay, so now bear, you can see it's over 4,000 HP. It starts at what? 2,500, I think. I kind of forgot. And I think I will be going through one more night. Okay, I wanted to actually fight the Virophage to see how good will bear fight. Okay, duration is now 138, as you can see, because devouring parasitic units is increases the duration. So I think it's good to throw this larva around to add some additional parasite effects to surrounding units. 138. Okay, unfortunately wasn't able to do much. I think I'll have this thing available. Okay, now I'm +4. Okay, look at how far this runs. And it's still shot up in like at range of like 25 or something, like, or more, like. And this also, the one more of these behavioral effects is that it's revealed. You can see that now it's definitely not in vision range, but as having these lot of parasites and this effect, it is revealed to the. Okay, now it seems that it's not revealed anymore, or maybe it died. I'm not even sure. This tank is still alive. We'll see. Okay. This thing is kind of that's bug. It's shown here, but it's not here anymore. Okay. Okay, this is the aberration upgrade and intake. So now during day, what am I doing? I wanted to kill the.
It's almost nighttime.
The bonus, so I'm just waiting there to get. I don't know which everything I've used for this bonus. Okay, hopefully I did. Oh, this thing. Okay, I'm a little bit late with this. I wanted this to fight the bonus to see how long it will take, and pretty good. Okay, now we have Stank here. So testing this thing against strong enemies. Yeah, I can see it's fairly strong against the Stank, keeping these things here, and yeah, Dragoons also adding a lot of damage. And now this will fight. I think it will actually defeat multiple Stanks. It has 6,000, so it also has the same amount of health as Stank. Okay, now this stands the Stank. See these Dragoons. Okay, this will probably not kill this. They do some damage. Okay, pretty decent. Let's go further. And you can see I'm at now floating almost 9,000 the biomass, and I'm constantly on 150 supply, not losing a single unit. And yeah, that's it. Okay, now I'm getting Ursadon Chief. Now you can see that it's it grew. But one thing that I'm particularly interested in, that when I was playing, I saw this thing eating the hybrid there, and it's rarely it's hybrid because it prioritizes kind of smaller units. I don't know why, but the thing is there are a lot of hybrids over here, and so there is only hybrids to fight, and I decided to, I think, drop these. Okay, the attacks also parasites, I think, but okay, this is also parasite. Okay, now it already added. Look at this, 553.71, so by 1,000. Let's see what it will eat now. Okay, now it kind of tries to eat hybrid, but doesn't actually eat it. Okay, look at this, it tries to eat, but it does increase the health. So it seems that it cannot actually eat heroic units. And also it tried to eat the Stank, but it didn't increase the health. Okay, now physically you can see that it's bigger than normal, than the start. Okay, now it add this and up to 7,000 HP. Now it really add that hybrid. Okay. So it's kind of pretty weird. Probably it has to be a lot of parasitic stacks to be able to really devour the hybrid, but you can see that it grew from 430, now it has 4,300, it has 7,000 HP, so it's pretty good. Okay, and this is actually the game now. I'm finishing this. Okay, so yeah, Niadra, really good. Now these 4 job upgrades, people in the comments for, oh, you forgot these are so good, you're missing the point. I don't think I missed the point, because yeah, these 4 job upgrades definitely do help, but I still think that if you want to fight some hard stuff, hard mutators, it's more important to get these upgrades, these parasitic upgrades. And the one thing the Niadra actually sucks is the Barons, when she has to fight continuously against strong enemies. Then it kind of sucks, because Barons has structures that cannot, I think, be parasited. So I will be, I think, testing Niadra against this her Protoss units. So we'll see. I think fighting that kind of mutators actually requires Protoss units. I will be making at least 2 more Niadra units, and I think I have to practice the power leveling in larva state, so I think I will be making a video about that in the near future too. So thanks for watching, like and subscribe if you liked it, and watch my other videos too, and you can also support me on Patreon, and vote for your favorite prestige of each commander in my post section. of favorite prestige of the official commanders, of course. See you guys.